All right, so TikTok cringe number three. What you all been waiting for. Anyways, just because of that, I'm just gonna flex real quick. We need a little flex up. Nah, okay, too much flex. I don't want to pass out. But anyways, I'm glad you liked the other two videos. Now we will be reacting to another video because I think that once we go deep into the iceberg of the fat acceptance cringe and actually understand the concepts that they actually think it's true, then we might get a chance to understand the point of view. So let's see. Fat acceptance cringe, TikTok cringe compilation, and you guys already know. Get your popcorn ready. Get your subscriber button ready because this will be a banger. 11 minutes plus 11 minutes of my commentary. And let's start the video. Come on.
Hey guys, it's me, Bobblehead, and I'm back today.
Sleeps tonight.
Take me later.
Big Chungus is a meme on Red. I am woman, I am fearless, I am sexy, I'm divine. I'm unbeatable, I'm creative.
Dog.
You can get in line.
Wilson poses in red swimsuit reminds people it's never too late to improve yourself. First of all, weight loss does not mean you're improving yourself. I know a lot of skinny people who are really terrible. And now I can add Rebel Wilson to that list. To be clear, I do not care that she lost weight. I care that she is talking about it in this way and the implications of the language she's using. Rebel Wilson built her career off of the stereotypes people hold about those in bigger bodies and always was getting in front of the fat joke and making sure people were laughing with her instead of at her at the expense of all other fat people. All representation is not good representation, and I didn't like this when she was fat. But it is truly appalling for her to imply anyone could have the same results.
Does this make sense to you guys?
If they were to just go for it. On another photo, she said, I feel like turning 40, I've weathered a lot of storms, but somehow I've managed to thrive. And I'm not saying she didn't work hard, but maybe her international fame, access to personal chefs and trainers, and $22 million helped?
So, that doesn't mean that you can't really start doing it right now if you want to lose weight. You don't have to be a freaking movie star. I'm not a movie star, and I still achieved a good physique out of 70% of fat people might want. You know, I might not be the chiseled Michael Hearn specimen of man, but I am not fat anymore. But that is just some coping mechanism that I think they need to be this rich. They need to be, have a multi-million dollar mansion, have 1,000 chefs, have the right diet, have the right this and this and that. No, bro. Just start with get a plan. Get my plan. Start in the comments. Not linking anything because I'm very humble. But yeah, dude, you don't need any of that. You don't need to be a freaking movie star, a fat movie star. But let's see what you have to say.
I got time today. Have you ever considered that some people might just be fat because they're fat?
No.
Genetics, play a huge role.
True.
People can naturally be thin.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, people can naturally be fat too. Also, this
Sure,
doesn't apply
maybe.
to me, but have you heard of poverty and needing to eat cheap foods to stay alive? That sometimes make you gain weight because that's all you can afford. Have you ever considered medications? I take 5 medications, all of which have made me gain weight.
Maybe.
I also prioritize my health, believe it or not. Fat people can care about their health. Also, I'm not acting oppressed. I am oppressed. Fat people are oppressed.
Okay, yep, now.
It's not because you can't control your own impulses. Regardless of whether it's from someone's lack of impulse control, they can still be oppressed. But baby, you are down.
Well, then go into a freaking asylum, bro. Go into a fat, insane asylum and just put tape over your mouth, handcuff your hands behind your back if you can, and just don't eat and have the right proportions of food being attended to you while you are at a fat insane asylum because you can control your impulses. But it just depends how bad you want it, how bad do you want to change? Because if you don't want it bad enough, then you're not going to strive for that goal. You're not going to achieve that goal. And the first things that she said, yes, yes, they're true. I'm not saying they're not. They have some medication, poverty. They might be fat naturally, maybe. They tend to get more fat, but that does not mean that they were born fat. But let's see what else she has to say because this smells like bullshit.
Right, stupid. If you don't think that some people can just be naturally fat, there's
Maybe.
such thing as a set point weight, and when people
Hmm.
grow up and they eat normally and move normally, for them they find a range that's healthy.
Well, I mean, the normal step count as a daily American is probably around 3,000 to 5,000 steps. So that's not even a lot. Even me, sometimes I sit right here, do some content, and I sometimes don't even move for a couple hours. And then my body is like aching of like, dude, you need to move. Like, you go for a walk or go somewhere, go do this, go to the kitchen, maybe eat something. Because I train my body not to overeat because I have this, no idea, this, what's it called? I have this mentally constructed goal right here ingrained in my brain that if I eat a lot, I'm going to look back and I'm going to look back when I was fat and maybe start going that route. And I don't want to go that route anymore. That might be you. That might have not made sense. But if you were fat, you probably have like that disciplinary mindset that if you start doing whatever and you start just eating whatever you wanted, you might be going to your old habits and maybe be fat again. And that's a lot of people. I ask people like, oh, dude, what's your goal, right? Like, do you want to lose weight? And they're like, oh, yeah, I lost 100 pounds and then I gained them back. And I'm like, oh, okay. In my case, I haven't gain 100 pounds back. Thank God. And thank God because of my habits. Not because I think I'm this freaking specimen of like pretty insane genetics. No, I don't have insane genetics. I wasn't born natural. I wasn't born that skinny. Like she said, some people tend to gain fat faster than other people. Some other people might be skinny and they might be struggling because they one might have a fast metabolism or two they just don't have a lot of this hormone called ghrelin. They don't get hungry as much as we do. I know for a fact if I didn't change my habits, my eating habits especially, I would probably look twice the size of her right there in the screen. Trust me, believe it or not, yes, I tend to get fat faster than other people. Most population probably, but let's see.
For their body.
Hmm.
So next time you want to come on my page and try and spew misinformation, do a little bit of research first. Thank you.
Did I go from this to this?
Bro, she went from after to before, bro.
Want to know a bit more about why you shouldn't use the word obese and obesity?
Why?
It's because when I go to the doctor, they see me as that and they don't listen to my concerns. It's me being dehumanized. It's me not being seen as a human. Just stop using that language.
Okay. But I don't get it. Like, why do fat people think that's healthy? I understand they might have issues, a lot of issues, but that does not mean that they can switch, right? Little by little. Like, that's what I preach a lot on my channel. Start little by little, have small tendencies of good habits, build up your habits, build them up. Not just fucking put it on the internet and just say that, oh, people are healthy, fat people are healthy. Sure, they might be eating this and that, but I mean, how much are they eating? Are they exercising? Your body is a fucking machine if you don't know. Your body is made to move. 100 years ago, everybody was on their fucking feet. They were riding horses, they were riding fucking, I don't know, skateboards, fucking everything, bro. On foot. But I mean, I don't get it, man.
I think that it's kind of the point, though. Like, it's hidden beneath. It's not the main point, but I think it is still a point. Because people are so brainwashed to think that anything a fat person does is bad, including eating something healthy. Like, potatoes are one of the best foods to eat. Like, they're one of the main foods that keep you satisfied and full the longest.
Okay.
Yet people are so
Well, those are carbohydrates, I'm pretty sure that's a slow digesting carbohydrate. And sure, you might be full, but then after you might get hungrier. It's a carbohydrate. It's not protein. Protein makes you satiated. But let's see.
brainwashed to think that a fat person eating a potato is not good simply because they're fat. Because they are so brainwashed into thinking that anything a fat person does is bad, or anything a fat person eats is too much, or not good for
Maybe,
them. People
maybe.
seem to lack the understanding that fat people still need to eat to be
Uh-huh.
nourished, to do their daily jobs, to be satisfied.
Well, I mean that's true, but I mean you're carrying extra body fat, which that is energy. I don't think you, I don't think if you don't eat for 3 days, you're not gonna die, bro. I mean, if you don't eat in 3 days, you have so much mass, so much energy to burn that, yeah, I mean, you might feel fucking hungry. You might be like you're starving to death, but I mean, you will probably survive 3 days. I am no specialist, but I mean, that's what I would say. You got extra body fat, extra padding.
In life. Just because someone is fat doesn't mean that they shouldn't be eating. And just because someone is fat doesn't mean that they shouldn't be eating satisfying foods that they enjoy. Not everything is about health. We all die. We all die.
Yep.
Regardless of what you eat, we all die.
Okay.
And a lot of us die of things not related to health or health problems.
How do you know?
So yeah, I agree it's not the main point, but it is still a point in that fat people are still seen as bad for literally nourishing their bodies. And it's not okay, and this double standard needs to change. So thank you. Also, all hail the potato. Thank you, Cultato.
What?
Hashtag.
Cult
If you're
it?
not part of my
Nah.
cult, let me know and I'll add you to it. Cultato for the win.
Just like a dream, the prettiest girl I've ever seen. From the
Okay.
I'm fat, but big
That's what you probably said, the one before. You're fat.
deal. I don't feel bad about it. You never made me feel bad about it. And just because there are some people in the world who want me to feel bad about it, doesn't mean I have to.
Uh-oh.
Don't you worry about it, bitch. I know somebody like it.
Hey, you
Okay.
can think that all you want, but the body positive movement and the BOPO movement is not about your own personal body image. It has nothing to do with how you see yourself or you see your body. It has nothing to do with your insecurities. The BOPO movement is about changing how society views marginalized bodies and dismantling the discrimination and oppression that marginalized bodies face. And that, my friend, has absolutely nothing to do with how you view your body. It has to do with how others view it. And it has to do with how others mistreat you because of it. And that is why thin people are not meant for the body positive movement. Because thin people cannot be oppressed because of their thin body. Because we
What? I, it, dude, I'm like speechless right now. I don't know what's going on. Apparently, thin people can be part of the movement. Like, come on, if a thin person, if a wait, let me rephrase that. If a thin privileged person wants to support the body positivity movement, why not allow it? You know what I'm saying? These people think they're fucking oppressed, bro. Like, what? It's not like society has fucking handcuffs on you because you're being fat. Maybe things are not made for fat people. They're just made for average looking persons at a certain body weight and, depends on how tall you are, height, you know? Not everything needs to be made for fat people. This chair is definitely not made for fat people. It's just for persons like you and me, you know?
live in a society that idolizes thin bodies. So
No,
thank you,
no, no,
but
no.
it has nothing to
Wrong,
do with body image.
wrong,
But there's
wrong.
lots of other movements out there that you can join that has to do with that. So good luck.
If you are thin and you post
those body positivity photos where you're hunched over and forcing yourself to have rolls.
What?
I want you to feel embarrassed.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Because that's embarrassing.
The what?
What then body
Okay.
positive influencers must think happens to fat people when we go to the doctor?
Alright, let's see.
What seems to be the problem? I have a lump on my chest. Have you tried losing weight? You can't ask me that because I love myself.
Okay, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. What? That can be the problem, bro. Just lose the weight. Let's see if you have some other issue once you lose the weight. If not, then we can do a procedure. But you first have to lose weight. That's the same thing they told me, you know? And I didn't put those fucking restraints on me, you know? I love my body. I love it. No, I hated my fucking body, bro. Jesus.
Oh well, since you love yourself, I'll treat you like a real person with a real health issue instead of blaming everything on your weight. Wow. Thanks, Doc. Thin people aren't so bad after all. All I had to do was love myself.
Yeah, and then go into a fucking coffin. Dumbass. Come on, bro, play.
When thin people make body positivity about self-love and beauty standards, it puts fat people at risk.
Yes. Yes, dude, what? Dude, come on, comment down below if you're triggered. I'm triggered right now. They trigger something because that's why a lot of fat people don't fucking change. Now doctors nowadays they fucking glorify and they oh yeah, self-love yourself. Oh yeah, self-image, you know, no worries. You don't have to lose weight. Oh yeah, you know, just here, take some fucking ibuprofen and then bam. You don't have to worry about your fucking weight. What the fuck, bro?
And while many people are now referring to body positivity as fat liberation, that term addresses fat phobia, but not other forms of body oppression.
Okay, out of all of that, I only understood fucking liberation. Like, what? Hey, she's strong though. I don't know what she's doing. Okay. Mobility, alright, cool. Good, good. Not bad. Okay. Good. Hey, that's a good exercise. Mm-hmm. Okay, pretty good for the obliques. Not bad, not bad. Mm-hmm. Okay.
What I eat in a day as a fat person not interested in weight loss.
Nope.
At my new job addition.
That's already like 300 calories, what she's eating. Or drinking. I'm telling you, bro, I know my calories, bro. Watch.
Tim's vanilla iced coffee. Cheers. Half a fruit.
That's like 500 calories. Believe it or not, that little piece of muffin, that's like at least 300 to 500 calories, if not more. Believe me.
Explosion muffin.
And it's Tim Hortons, so that's even more.
That's the explosion. Water.
0 calories.
Leftover butter chicken.
I want to say between 800 calories. So maybe.
Is it weird when I make eye contact with y'all? Strawberries.
No calories, literally, like maybe 30 calories.
More water. Second half of my butt. Tuna casserole.
Tuna casserole. Let me I want to say above 500 calories because it has breaded, you know, the bread thing.
Water plus vitamins. Carrots plus ranch. Last one.
Depends on the ranch, you know. If it was like a little dip, maybe like 60 calories. Believe it or not, dips are fucking high in It's the highest thing, dude. When I see people just doing this on front of the bottle, bro, I'm like, oh my god, dude. I'm like, holy shit, I almost shoot myself right there.
I'm fat.
Cool,
But
not bad.
big deal. I don't feel bad about it. You never made me feel bad about
Oh
it.
my.
And just because there are some people in the world who want me to feel bad about it, doesn't mean I have to.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Yeah, sure. What's up? What's the body positivity movement? Okay, so let's start at the beginning. The body positive movement started in about the 1960s. Its original goal was to tackle social norms, government policies, and to just get equality for fat bodies in all spaces.
Well, okay, let's see. How can we tackle this, people? How can we tackle this? They want equality. It's like the fucking feminist movement or the fucking who knows what movement, men versus women, equality, this and that. Why do we have to be equal to fat people? They have different needs. We have different needs. Thin, privileged people have different needs. We can't really combine ourselves with fat people because it's just not it. S- We just don't have the same issues, you know? How can we be equal? Write down in the comments how can we be equal to fat people or fat movement activists? Let's see. It's almost done. Don't worry.
But then that expanded to include different bodies, like trans bodies and disabled bodies. So overall,
Okay.
the movement itself was to help fight the systemic oppression against marginalized bodies, or bodies that just hold no privilege whatsoever.
Privilege? What?
But around the 2000s, that kind of changed. The body positive movement became more so of loving yourself. It became an internet buzzword.
It is a buzzword. Love yourself. I can assure you from an ex-fat person, obese fat person, obese, yes, obese. I know, hard to believe it. Obese person. I didn't fucking love myself. I used to think the more I ate, the more happy I felt back then. But then, dun da da da, I fucking switched. I'm like, no, I don't want to be fat anymore. I don't want to be part of the fucking social norm, this equality, this and that. No.
Brands started to use it to push products and show that they were inclusive. IG models started to use the hashtag in their pictures to show that they love their bodies. So instead of it being connected to its roots of fighting oppression and making sure that marginalized bodies have equal opportunities in all spaces, it became a light and fluffy thing.
Okay, well, as you guys can see, oops, yes. So, as you guys can see, what do you guys think about the body positivity movement or oppression? Do you guys think they're oppressed? Because I really don't. I have to be honest. I'm not. I don't watch the news that often, but it's very rare that I see, like body positivity movement activists go into the Capitol or who knows where to be equal. Even though this started 1960s. I don't get the movement. I get that you have to love yourself, but at a certain extent, at a health related issue, that is where you are gonna be in a coffin, and you're gonna be, you know, under a fucking grave underground. And I don't know if that's the ultimate goal for those kind of people, but I know for us people, normal people, I'm not against them, but like why? I don't get it. So let's see around in the comments. What do you think about this video? What do you think about the topic? And give me your best opinion on what other videos should I watch. Now, I want you guys to have a great day. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, to share the video, and give it a thumbs up, to boost that more audience so I can get more audience, more eyeballs. So I thank you guys a lot for the support, and I hope you guys have a great freaking day.